Kyle Yeomans, glad you're with us. An opportunity for the Texas Legends to do what they could not do on Saturday night, and that is finish a tight ball game. These two teams evenly contested in a back-and-forth affair on Saturday, and unfortunately for the Legends, ended in a loss.
Man, the pace. What a crazy day that was on Saturday. I think that first quarter, I had no idea how they were going to finish that game, but fortunately for us, an overtime game broke out. Man, what a great game to witness.
129-123 was the final. These two teams combined for 90 points in the first quarter. Let's take a look at some of the guys that'll have an impact on today's game. Starting with Memphis, Miles Norris finished with 16 points, 8 rebounds. He was kind of that go-to guy outside of the NBA caliber talent.
Man, sneaky good. I mean, and a sneaky 16, but also those 8 rebounds, I think, to go with that showed you the impact that he had on that game. Man, he was a part of the sharp shooting for the hustle. And I think for the Legends, that is one guy that you're going to have to defend.
That outside shot was falling early for Memphis, and they closed the gap late with that same perimeter effect. The UC Santa Barbara project continuing to have a great season. For the Texas Legends, it's all about Roethal Letitia. His presence on the defensive side of the floor kept them in that ball game on Saturday.
I talk about the pace, but he was also a part of calming that pace in the second half. His defense, those rebounds, and also 2 blocks really did impact that game. They're going to need him today as well.
He almost had a career high, was 1 point shy of a career best. He may have an opportunity for that mark today. The Legends, without all of their two-way or NBA-affiliated prospects, it's going to be a tough task to try and go up and keep pace with this Memphis Hustle squad. We've got tip-off right around the corner. The Memphis Hustles and Texas Legends is next. It's a much different look to the Choctaw starting lineups today than it was on Saturday, especially for the Texas Legends. The Legends on Saturday started guys like Jazian Gortman, Kessler Edwards, Brandon Williams. None of those players available, as we mentioned a moment ago. It'll be Tyson Walker and Jamarian Sharp, Phil Wheeler as the 3 returning starters. They replace the NBA talent with guys like Alatiche and Justin Powell.
So what you're saying is guys have opportunity today to show what they got. And a guy like Justin Powell, who came off the bench the other day in his debut with the Legends, now is thrust into the starting lineup.
Same thing can be said for Memphis. They do have the two-way prospects of Yuki Kawamura and Lucas Williamson available, plus Armando Baycott, the former North Carolina standout, had a phenomenal day on Saturday.
Yes, he did. Baycott, I think, is one of those walking double-double guys, a guy that really locks down in the paint, but he runs the floor really well also.
And a new starting lineup for both sides. DJ Stewart did not start for TC Swirsky on Saturday. A team that finished 6-10 in the Showcase Cup. They're currently 3-4 underneath first-year head coach Swirsky. Jordan Sears, in his second year with the Texas Legends, was just a couple shots away from securing their 3rd straight win and really building momentum through this homestand. Still getting 2 wins in 3 games over this past weekend would be a win for the staff.
No, it would, and I think on Friday really did show Coach Sears something about his team defensively. They had to lock down against the OKC Blue. Man, they were in that game just on Saturday, but the pace just took over in the 4th.
Justin Powell getting his first NBA G League start. A lot of pressure on that man right there. Tyson Walker may have to handle the scoring load. He'll be the primary ball handler for the Legends as well. Lots on the line between the Hustle and the Legends. Tip-off is won by Memphis. It's tracked down by DJ Stewart. They're in the white uniforms going from left to right, where the Legends are in their MLK Day black uniforms with the Dream in gold chrome across the front. An incredible look, maybe the best look for the Legends this season. A little Paul Quinn flair to that. A local HBCU making an impact in the community, making an impact early in the game as Yuki Kawamura picking up right where he left off. He finished with 20 points and 4 assists on Saturday.
Man, the Legends saw that guy in their sleep. he really did lock in offensively. He was the reason, the catalyst for some of those spurts that they had offensively. But in the fourth, when it came down to it, it was Kawamura that was making the assist.
Walker with a good look, but guarded by Kawamura, left it to the right. Now Miles Norris wants to open up from three-point land. Jake Powell will handle the rock past half court and set it up to Phil Wheeler. Second game back for Wheeler as he'll drive, rattles it in all the way to the rim. That's going to be prevalent for Texas if they hope to keep that pace.
It's like deja vu all over again. And Wheeler had to lay up the same way to open up the game for the Legends.
Oh, how about Norris? Cutting inside, took a lot of contact. Good defense from Texas. Stopped the dunk, but the lay-in fell in.
Excuse me, but somebody who was going for the poster right there.
7'5", Jamarian Sharp patrolling the paint for Texas. Powell, straightaway three, open look, clanks it off the back iron. Memphis, 4 wins, 9 losses on the road, combined between the Showcase Cup and the G League regular season.
Tell you who I was really impressed with on Saturday, and that's number 1, DJ Stewart. He had 19 off the bench, and I'm telling you, he was effective with dribble drives, assists as well, but anytime he wanted to get his shot up, he made it happen.
There's that quick first step from Phil Wheeler, dribbled out, last touch by the hustle. Now, you talked about DJ Stewart, the former Duke Blue Devil, 23 years old, was undrafted in that 2021 draft class, and has spent some time throughout the G League on a number of different programs. Stockton Kings, Maine Celtics, Windy City. The Legends saw him at almost all of those stops along the way, with the exception of Windy City, and then he signed with the Hustle just after the new year on January 6th. Baycott poked away.
It's good to see Baycott. It's 6'11", not settling for the three-pointer. That's something that he's developed and a part of his game that he is unveiling in every stadium that he goes to.
And how about the steal? He pickpockets Alatishe. Kawamura turnaround all the way back outside for Baycott. There's that perimeter look. It's off the mark, but he'll track down his own rebound.
Question is, how did Kawamura even know that he was at that mark?
It's a feel. The superstar out of Japan. There's Baycott, another three-point try. He made it from that same angle in the first quarter of Saturday's game. Can't connect here. Now Walker has it stolen by Kawamura. He'll take it inside, behind the back to Stewart, who was camping out underneath. Timeout Texas, as you see Kawamura with the feed in the magician work.
I think he has ESP. What a feed inside with this 7-point lead in Frisco.
Lease a new 2025 K4 LXS for $209 a month.
'Tis the season when money is tight, but you could get up to $10,000 using your car title.
I got $2,800 with my car title from Title Max.
Skip the holiday bustle, get money in as little as 30 minutes.
I got $8,700 with my car title from Title Max.
And best of all, keep driving your vehicle while getting the cash you need. All makes and models welcome. Visit TitleMax.com today to get started, and you'll say, I got my title back with Title Max.
Get your title back with Title Max.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. Team Baker Brothers really stopped that running toilet in its tracks. No more running toilets.
Now that's what I call a bathroom break.
Okay, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's great deal from Baker Brothers.
Tonight's game is brought to you by your local Kia dealer. Visit us for a great selection of new and used vehicles. And Century 21 Mike Bowman, here to help you buy or sell your home, providing services with you in mind.
You can be a part of the Comerica Center excitement all year long with the Texas Legends, with group tickets, individual tickets, season ticket packages still available for 2025. right now. Call the number on your screen, 214-469-0822, or go online to textlegends.com to be a part of the action. Legends hitting the road for a 5-game West Coast road swing. 2 against Stockton, 2 against South Bay. Then they continue on with one more game with the Valley Suns before returning back to Comerica Center.
Another incredible road stretch for the Legends. They need success as a team going out to the West Coast.
Yeah, against 2 tough teams. You got the Valley Suns and the Stockton Kings that are above the Legends right now in the standings. And then South Bay just 1-6 right now on the G League regular season. That could be an opportunity for Texas to get a couple wins. A win here would go a long way.
Yeah.
The goal for Texas entering this home stretch, they were 2-5 before taking on the Oklahoma City Blue on Friday night. They won that game, lost in overtime against Memphis on Saturday. So if they would have taken all 3 games, they would have been right back at 500 at 5-5 going on to that road trip. But instead, now they're going to have to do some damage control. You can't afford to lose 2 of these 3 games at home. And right now, trailing by 9. That's a tough look for Texas. They didn't trail by 9 points until the late parts of the 4th quarter the other day.
Yeah, crazy the amount of ties we had on Saturday, but Alatiche with the Grays, maybe a acting job there also with Calipora.
Pretty good acting job at that.
Hey, you called him a magician just a second ago, and he is absolutely that.
Get him an Oscar and a magician contract. There's a head for Alatiche. Slams it down. There's the fast break ability for Texas. They showed that off on Saturday as well.
And you see the athleticism. I've been talking about that for the last couple of days with Alatiche getting an opportunity to show what he's got.
Baycott wants to pull up on the floater. Rattles in and out. Rebound for Sharp. Justin Powell traded from the Stockton Kings to the Texas Legends for a draft pick, and the returning player rights to Tyler Hull. He turns around with an open look, but his fadeaway is short.
But you see how fast the Legends have to get back defensively after a missed shot.
Talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, said, oh, well, they might be a little sore from Saturday's game, going up and down the floor as much as they did. I said they're going to have to run again today. Walker swarmed Williamson. Walker got it away and finds Alatiche. Sears wanted a foul call. Swirsky wanted a foul call. They let him play through it, and it's 2 points for Texas.
And Tyson Walker said, what do you want me to do? I have 2 defenders clamping down on me. I have to get this ball out of my hands. Great job by the Spartan.
That's not the type of player you want to trap in a box like that. Walker is as feisty as they come. Really competitive player, just like Stewart. Stewart's on another level right now. 9 points, and we're not even halfway through this first quarter.
And he's continuing to run the floor, get to his spots, knocking down that 3. It just tells you how good of a player he is.
Running from the right side, Wheeler with a bump. His floater too strong, and another push missed by the official. They're letting them play. That's the precedent being set. Here goes Williamson, wide open from 3. Baycott tips it, and it settles with Walker. He'll split a couple defenders. Kick to Powell on the fast break. His 3 no good. Sharp is there to slam it home.
Easy put back for Jamarian Sharp. But just like that, made bucket, missed bucket, they are running.
Yeah, either way, off of a make or a miss, like you outlined, Memphis does not waste time. They're going.
It forces you offensively. If you're in the paint and you have to crash the boards, but if you're out by the 3-point line, you got to get back.
Foul called as Alatiche works inside. Finally, a breather for both sides. You can see Memphis certainly affected. Hands on hips from Norris, but really it's Texas that has to sub in and out. They'll check in Max Fiedler and Dakota Rivers. First action for both those guys during the homestand. Also, Jared Lucas back in the fold. Lucas, who has missed the last 3 games due to an injury, told us on Friday that he hoped to be back in the lineup for today's matchup, and here he is.
It's good to see his firepower back on the court. Guy that this Legend squad has missed.
Jared Lucas, 24-year-old out of Nevada. There's a quick answer again.
Wow, Kawamura has more in his bag. Not just assists, but
he's a
three-pointer
superstar
also.
for a reason.
I mean, the three-pointer, it take many of those, but man, you see, anytime he wants to get his shot up from three-point land, he can get it done.
And he tracks down a rebound. Shovel pass to Baycott. Baycott drives on Fiedler, who cuts him off. That's what Max Fiedler brings. First time that Texas fans, at least at home, are getting to see the former Rice Owl. He's going to go up and challenge. Good play defensively from Fiedler. He continues to patrol the paint. Now he'll help out on Kawamura. Turned away. And that goes to Texas.
So you like him? Max Fiedler coming right in, showing a little physicality. Down low, not allowing easy rebounds.
You see 50 in the black uniforms. There's the turnover mishandled by Malachi Smith. I've gotten the chance to see, you and I both actually, I've gotten the chance to see Max Fiedler during his time at Rice, one of the more decorated Rice Owls of all time. Finished his career with 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, 500 assists, 100 blocks, and 100 steals. That's the first college player in 30 years to do that. And he did so with the Rice Owls through 5 seasons down in Houston. Kawamura, pump fake, and a hard foul. Walker had to leave his feet.
Yeah, back to Fiedler, a big man with finesse.
Yeah.
I think on this level, he's going to have to incorporate some physicality, but Kawamura is continuously stealing the ball and getting out on the break. I think that's the frustration you see right there from Tyson Walker.
That's the 4th turnover already for Texas. And it's just so tricky. You never know where he's going to be. You never know what he's going to do. Kawamura, just a transcendent player. Of course, first to make the NBA out of Yamaguchi, Japan. Appearances in 22 games this season for the Memphis Grizzlies. Averages about 2 points per game. He's hit 8 threes throughout the season at the NBA level. Now down here at the G League level, he does everything.
Yes, he does. It's a smart player defensively. You see him just stay in his wheelhouse. He doesn't try and get low amongst the trees, man. Anytime he can put his hand in the jar and get a steal, he will.
There's Fiedler with the rejection. Fiedler started his NBA G League career with the Delaware Blue Coats. He was another trade product for Texas. Lobs it up for Dakota Rivers. Tried to slam it home with one hand. Fiedler's going to put it back to him down low on the low block. Second chance for Rivers. Not going to happen here.
How about the vision there, though, by the big man? Talk about him coming out of Rice. His assists, rebounds. But you see it right there, the vision to be able to throw the hoop.
Bounce pass to Lucas. He'll float it in. Jared Lucas in his first make after missing some time due to injury. Corner 3 and an answer.
Just right back.
Didn't take time for Race Thompson, the former Indiana Hoosier, to get in the score box.
And just another relentless pace for the hustle. I think defensively they stress you out, man, in so many different ways. You know they want to get the kick out.
Lined up for a quick answer. There's Tanner Holden. Holden hasn't hit a ton of threes with Texas this year. Does a little bit of his work down low, but he's able to close the gap back to single digits. Memphis with the great start on the road.
Update your kitchen and save with NFM's huge selection of appliances. Find over 200 refrigerators on display starting at $5.99. Shop over 100 dishwashers starting at $3.49. And over 100 ranges starting at $5.49. Check out over 90 cooktops starting at $5.99. Explore over 50 wall ovens starting at $11.99. Take advantage of free delivery and setup, plus long-term financing on qualifying purchases. Compare the basics to the best in one huge store at guaranteed low prices. NFM.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Legends Basketball is presented by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, serving the best real Texas barbecue since 1989. And In Touch Credit Union, your best option for a wide range of money management tools.
Be sure to tune in to On the TL, the brand new Texas Legends Insider podcast, available right now on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. You won't want to miss the next episode with Jamarian Sharp coming up this week. And Sharp and I sat down, talked about a little bit of everything from his college career to his current coaching staff and exactly how he wants to affect the game. That gentleman had a great college career. As we were outlining early, Heckma, first couple possessions with him in the fold over the homestand. What have you seen from Max Fiedler?
What it did is it reminded me of when he was in college, the way that they ran the offense through him out of the high post, his ability to facilitate, doing a great job of this now at the next level.
That's exactly what Rice did. You'll see the tape. They set him up, let him pass out of the offense. And in a game like this, where the pace and the blistering back and forth is so tough on a team, it's a weapon to have a guy like Fiedler you can rely on to feed your players.
Yeah, and then also pulls the 5 out of the paint for you also offensively.
It's good coaching, especially when it sets up guys like Tanner Holden. 2 possessions and 2 threes.
So here's where you got to get it in. You got to clamp down. And I just said Kyle Moore won't go down.
Words already,
yeah, right? I said Kyle Moore wouldn't go down in by the trees. And what does he do? Tree hunting.
He knows how to do it. 10 points, 5 assists, and takes it away on the steal. Picking a 2 for Yuki Kawamura.
What an uncanny ability to know, obviously know where those passes are coming from.
His spacing, his awareness, his quickness, all NBA caliber. Now he's guarding Lucas. Lucas step back, drops it on the 3.
My fishing buddy's back.
That wasn't even catch and release.
No, it wasn't.
That was all set up. That was pure separation. Got to get back and guard. That always helps. Like what you've seen over the last couple possessions, though, from Texas outside. Holden's hit a couple threes. He's going to try and keep it going. He does off the bank. Might be a holiday, but the bank is open.
Yes, it is. And Tanner Holden doing exactly what you're supposed to do when you have a smaller player on you. Put him on your hip and carry him.
Oh, and that's a turnover for Texas. Oh, it looked like it might have been tipped by Texas, or said to be so.
Oh,
they gave that ball to Memphis. It was right in front of Jordan Sears. That's got to be a reviewable play. It was very adamantly Texas basketball, and they are going to challenge it, but Jordan Sears did not want to challenge it because it was very clearly out off of Memphis. He dropped the ball. It wasn't touched, and you could see the frustration starting to build from the Legends sideline.
No, he didn't want to be forced to have to challenge that because it looked obvious, but now we get an opportunity to look at the replay.
That's exactly the case. And here's the thing, Jordan Sears, we've talked about this before. He is so, look, he was never even close to Tanner Holden.
Maybe saw an initial fake at it, but he didn't extend his elbow.
No, that's going to be a successful challenge, but as we talked about, Jordan didn't want to challenge that one.
Well, how about that quick work? They didn't stand over there for very long.
Good for them. Get it out of the way, get it done. However, we've talked about it before. He is such a even keel, easygoing, very heady head coach, and we love that about Coach Sears. So when you see an explosion like that, you know it's something building. And we've seen that building over these first 12 minutes.
Yeah, if he's upset, I'm not going to be in the building. He is a cool, he is a really nice, really nice, really calm guy. And like you said, his basketball IQ is off the charts, man. Love talking to Coach Sears, but just never one of those guys that you see get very animated. And when he does, it is for a reason.
Our three officials today, Catherine Chang leading the group of three, Cameron Galinas, Quincy Smith are the three today. Different crew than what we had on Friday and Saturday. Keep that in mind. Had a couple carry over from Friday to Saturday, but now to rotation. And
hopefully they got left a note in the dressing room to stretch. The referees.
The crew from Saturday said, we're out of here.
Stretch, here's an hydration pack.
After that one. Lucas, there's a catch and a shoot. Miss. Race Thompson with the rebound. Thompson playing in his first game in about a week's time. Missed the last few. One of the former captains up in Bloomington, Indiana with the Hoosiers. He has it here, driving with three to shoot. Kicks it back to half court, and that'll be an end to the first quarter. Memphis brings the pace. Heckma, Texas did a nice job of trying to counteract.
Yeah, they got back on defense and really did make up the difference. They've had to have 5 or 6 guys in on the action offensively. Can they continue this effort into the second?
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Life has its ups and downs, so we lean on each other to make it through. Sampac Auto Group wants to help by making little wishes come true. Whether it's a new computer to help a mother of 2 grow her business, making repairs on a working father's truck, or paying medical bills in a fight for better health. Little wishes can make a big difference. At Sampac Auto Group, we're driving hope and happiness across North Texas. To see more Little Wishes, visit WFAA.com/Little Wishes.
Hey there, Legends Nation. Coach Byron here, and I'm standing in the newly renovated Comerica Center, home of your Texas Legends. But do you think we did all these renovations for our players? No. We did these renovations for your camper to be able to experience camp right here on this professional hardwood court. That's right. Every Saturday game day, we're going to have a youth camp 1 to 4, ages 9 to 14. So come on out here, have some fun with Coach Byron, and oh yeah, when you sign up, you'll get tickets for you and your family to that night's game. Come on out. See you there.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the $21,000 you could possibly win from Mike Bowman, Century 21, and the Texas Legends. You can sign up today at TexLegendsOp.com for your opportunity to hit a half-court shot and take home $21,000. As we're back here inside Comerica Center, now joined by Brian Evans, the athletic director at Paul Quinn College. Brian, appreciate you taking some time. Of course, we're celebrating not only the HBCUs and the amount of impact that you guys have in the community, but of course the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. here on this MLK Day. It's got to be fun being up close and personal and seeing the purple and gold represented, just like Paul Quinn on the floor tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is a great opportunity, not just for
Paul Quinn, but particularly for our students to see how the Texas Legends and Malcolm Farmer has poured into our young people, which, this is what it's all about, giving them exposure and giving them the opportunity to see things, something other than just the basketball game, what happens behind the scenes, and allowing them to touch and feel the people that make these things like this happen. And, for me, this is part of what Martin Luther King was talking about, the dream. This is the dream. We can come together and create experiences for people that give them the opportunity to dream about their own lives and the possibilities.
Hey, you got to tell us about what's going on at Paul Quinn, the athletics, you being the athletic director.
Absolutely. We got a lot of exciting things going on. One of the things we always talk about Paul Quinn is building and continue to build and create opportunities for students. Right now, our men's and women's basketball season is about to wrap up. Our women's had a pretty decent season. Our men work in progress a little bit, but a lot of good things are happening. We've got some great student athletes on campus. But one of the things that makes us special is the way that we have provided opportunities and facilities for our young people. As you all know, the Texas Legends have played in our gym a number of times, and just a few years ago, ESPN ranked our floor as the best floor in America.
Yes.
We're expanding doing some expansion work in our volleyball gym right now. We're adding a weight room and recovery room, and we're also in the process of building an outdoor volleyball court. We're going to be adding beach volleyball to our sports lineup. So a lot of exciting things going on right now in this school.
That is awesome. I'm born and raised in Oak Cliff, man. So to see where Paul Quinn is going. Now, my uncles played at Bishop College, so I go that far back with the college. And, man, you guys had a legacy of great players to come through there. How about honoring those guys that came through that program as well and kind of laid the bricks for where Paul Quinn is going right now?
Absolutely. Actually, next month we're going to be having our first Hall of Fame class being inducted into that. And it's interesting that you would mention Bishop College because I got my start at Georgetown College in Kentucky, and we started the Bishop College Scholars Program. And then that connected me to Paul Quinn. So, for me, even to see what's happening at Paul Quinn since before I got there has been amazing because when I came in 2007, that place looked nothing like it is now. But that's a credit to Dr. Michael Sorrell and the work that he's done well before I ever got here, and I'm just happy to be part of what we're doing going forward.
And I believe we're going to catch up with Dr. Sorrell in the middle of the third quarter, so excited to talk to him as well. I'm looking around the Comerica Center throughout this game, and I see a ton of purple. I see a ton of Paul Quinn and the Tigers logo right there on the front, and there's a lot of representatives here for Paul Quinn. Take us through what the day's been like, some of the activities, like you said, around this basketball game that's happening here.
Absolutely. We started about 1 p.m. today when our students arrived, and Malcolm Farmer and his team came together to talk about leadership and what that looks like in business, and talking to our students about where they came from, and then even up in the suite to see him connecting our students with people in different business lines that our students were interested in was simply amazing. To watch a young man that's interested in going to law school, to see him connect him with an attorney that's sitting in that room, and that attorney to take time to invest in him and share his information and potentially could have an internship out of that. So that's really what it's all about. And Malcolm has done a tremendous job in making sure not only that the institution benefits, but the students, which is the lifeblood of our institution, benefits. And so there's been a consistent investment in our students from the time that they've stepped off the bus today.
This one missed by Wheeler out of the corner. Memphis has opened up a 12-point lead. That downhill ability on display from the hustle as Stewart is called for the foul. Catching up here with Brian Evans, the athletic director at Paul Quinn College. Brian, you talked about the expansion and the court and the facilities. Of course, the HBCU Classic has taken place the last 2 years. The Austin Spurs and Texas Legends coming together to play the first ever G League basketball games on site at an HBCU campus. It's a special event every year, and hopefully it's not ending anytime soon, right? Like, we're going to do this yearly.
I certainly hope not.
I think so.
I hope it's like the prelude to you telling me that.
There we go. That'd be great. I would love for that to be the case. I don't have any news, though, unfortunately. Talking about the floor, though, we've gotten a great look at that floor at Paul Quinn College. It's a snapshot of 1920s downtown Dallas, correct? Can you tell us what the background is of that floor that's really garnered some national attention?
Well, really, it's about today. It's about today. When that
that backdrop of that floor, it represents when we as black and brown people couldn't walk around freely downtown Dallas. And so what we strive to do at Paul Quinn is really to break down barriers, and that represents racism. And so we walk on racism every day. It's about stamping out racism and those things. If you, even when you walk throughout that building, it talks, you see different things throughout history. You know, we want to eradicate food scarcity. Just a few years ago, Paul Quinn, we sit in a place where there was a garbage dump closer than a grocery store. Wow. And through Dr. Sorrell's leadership and work, now we have a grocery store in the community. So that thing represents so much of what today is about with Martin Luther King on his birthday. And so that's really what makes it special, is the history and preserving that, and to let our young people know whose shoulders they stand upon when they walk on that campus and what it represents.
I can't wait to get an opportunity to talk to Dr. Sorrell. I thank him for what he's done in the community and the growth of Paul Quinn. I love it. I love to see it. Now you got this opportunity, man. Talk about your village, man. Your coaches and the people that support you.
Well, I tell you what, I've got a great staff. You know, we're going to be losing one here at the end of our women's basketball season. Camille Smith is going to join the Dallas Wing staff, and so, but we're happy for her. So we're going to lose a great one with her. But we got Coach James Stafford, who leads our men's basketball program, who is an incredible coach and teacher. So I'm excited about our men's basketball program future. Our women's volleyball team, Coach Patrick Gonzalez is just incredible. What he's done with our women's volleyball team is nothing short of amazing. So, and then with our soccer program, Coach Antonio Rodriguez does a wonderful, wonderful job for us. So we've got some great people around, which any leader knows that as great as you are, if you're smart, you're going to look behind you, because it's those people that make it happen. And, you know, a lot of times I get credit for what I really don't deserve, and it's those guys. But I certainly appreciate them and the work that they do and how they pour into our student athletes.
Smart man.
Jared Lucas knocking down the three, pulls Texas back within 7. And you talked about Camille Smith taking that jump. We've had the opportunity to call some games, talk to Camille before. How exciting is that from a athletic department standpoint to say, hey, we've provided that opportunity for Coach Smith to elevate her game and go play and coach at the professional level?
You know, it's one of those tricky things. You want to hold on to your good people.
No
but
doubt.
At the same time, I think if you're a great leader, you love to see those people grow, because what that does to it sets the stage for you to go get another great coach. And so it's a wonderful thing for us, and it's really special that she's going to be still in the community, and we're going to get to still see her and talk with her, and she's going to get to continue to pour into our young people. So it's a bittersweet thing for us, and but I know this was her lifelong dream as the coach in the WNBA, where she played for so many years. So we're so excited for her and her husband and what the future holds for them.
Can't wait to see where she goes, where Paul Quinn College continues to elevate. Mr. Adams, thank you so much for taking some time. We'll talk again down the line. I'm certain of it. Paul Quinn College, get involved today. We've got a good one brewing here in Frisco.
As the largest credit union in Texas, RBFCU provides trusted service for more than 1 million members. We're a member-focused credit union that's a part of your community. We've given millions of dollars to local schools and organizations and provided free financial literacy programs. From buying a car to planning a vacation, with free checking and additional products that fit your financial situation, every member is treated equally. Experience the difference at RBFCU.
Lease a new 2025 K4 LXS for $209 a month.
Welcome to Legends Land, the greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time. Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Here's a look at the Texas Legends wearing the Martin Luther King Jr. Dream uniform, some of the best-looking uniforms we've seen all year. There was a challenge from Memphis on whether or not a foul had been committed
on this drive. It apparently was no foul, out of bounds, off of Texas, and the Hustle will have the basketball. Current score, Memphis 41, Texas 32. We thank Brian Evans for checking in, the athletic director from Paul Quinn College. It was great to talk to him once again. We'll talk to Dr. Sorrell, the president of Paul Quinn, at the start of the third quarter. Kawamura, who had an electrifying first quarter, continues it into the second. He's been nearly unstoppable, had 20 points in Saturday's matchup. He's 15 points deep now, and he has not missed a single shot.
Dropping dimes. Dropping dimes and serving customers. You hear me? This is a great way to open up the game if you're number 7.
He's pitching a perfect game right now. 5 for 5 from the field. He's hit 3 of 3 3-point attempts, and he has 6 assists at the moment. That's a big reason why Memphis is up 12.
It's been the steals. It's been the steals and him dictating pace.
Played in the Olympics with Japan. Showed out in the Olympics with Japan, by the way. 29.7 rebounds in his appearances. He's part of the B League over in Britain a couple years ago. Was the most valuable player and rookie of the year in the B League. A couple former Texas legends are out there playing currently. Guys like Jordan Jelly Walker, Javion Hamlet spending some time in the B League. Now Walker over in Greece.
And it's what's so phenomenal. He's doing this at 5'8", 160 pounds.
He's just a lightning in a bottle. Foul called against Nathaniel Hinton. Hinton spent some time with the Dallas Mavericks as a two-way, but never played for the Texas Legends. And he fouls Fiedler on the lay-in driving. You see Fiedler wanted that one to fall. Had a great look at it.
No, great look and great drive there by number 50. Got to use this guy's size. You get a guy like Alatishe, you get Sharp. Got some pretty legit size down low.
I really like Fiedler's game. He misses the free throw here. That's an unfortunate turn. He's played well so far, mostly on the defensive side of the floor. That was his best offensive look. Here he is against Baycott. That's how you don't back down against Armando Baycott. Lots of contact. Now he continues the transition. Cross-court pass. Walker feeds it to Lucas. Lucas faced with some defensive help. Now Fiedler tries to find Alatishe. Hinton pokes it out on the baseline.
Maybe one too many passes right there.
Maybe
in that possession.
You think if he makes that last layup that Fiedler just goes to the rim?
Absolutely he does.
I think so too. That's a confidence thing. Catch and shoot off the inbound. That'll help the confidence. Jared Lucas has been hitting from deep.
Put the bait in the tackle box.
What type of bait do you think he uses?
Liver.
Why? Why liver?
Depending on what you want to catch.
What's he fishing for?
Catfish.
Okay, catfish. Catch and shoot. That's catch and release. The nickname dubbed from Heckma Harrison to Jared Lucas.
Man, he's awesome. That's when, I'm telling you, man, that's when he's having fun. Doesn't have to put the ball on the floor. Easy money.
Kawamura been perfect. Turn around to Smith. Malachi Smith was held in check in that Saturday matchup, 7 points. Friday was the Legends win over OKC. 3 games in 4 days, all with great crowds inside the Comerica Center. Great one on hand today for a holiday afternoon game. Here goes Walker, high off the glass, missed it. Alatishe there to clean it up. He floats it up and in on the lay-in. He's up to 10 points already.
What a play by number 55, going up between 2 defenders.
Kawamura fouled. Tyson Walker turns around to challenge the call. Remember, we were talking about former Legends and their impact overseas and what they've brought. Udai Baba, who played with the Legends for 4 seasons, it felt like. He was here for quite some time. They played together on that Japanese team and then through some teams in the past at the youth level, all the way up to the semi-pro level, and then now where they are currently playing professional basketball. Udai Baba, a fan favorite with the Legends.
I'm always amazed at how you come back to stuff like that.
I've got a lot of great help.
Okay.
Like you and Ken Jones, our producer, in the back. But Udai Baba was unforgettable. He was a fun player here with Texas for quite some time. Like I said, a fan favorite. Udai Baba. I can still hear the PA announcer of the Legends continuing to ring through the Comerica Center when he would make a shot. Lucas trying to create again. Pump fake outside for Tyson Walker. Walker misses. Baycott secures the rebound, immediately taken away by Alatiche. Floater, fight for the board, tipped out, rolls back to Holden. What a possession this has become. The Legends just did not want to give it back to Memphis. Tanner Holden now up to 10 points.
Now, how bad did they want that? You get to within 9 and you just continue to hustle for that rebound. They know that's exactly what they have to do, and that's a great putback there by Tanner Holden.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
Welcome to Legends Land, right here in Frisco, Texas. The greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time, where prospects of today can turn into stars of tomorrow. And now is your chance to score the best seat in the house. Secure your tickets now. Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Remember, you can follow the Texas Legends on social media, Facebook, X, and the team's website at texlegends.com. That's what that young man's doing right now. Got the Luka Doncic Slam jersey on. That gentleman's tweeting some different posts from that fancy camera of his. Would you ever think about sitting on the baseline and taking shots of NBA or NBA G League action like these guys do?
First of all, the help that I would need to get up.
that labor charge would cost more than the paycheck.
That's what I'm telling you. I look at Robbie. He's sitting there Indian style, crisscross applesauce on a little napkin of a chair.
That's the first miss from Yuki Kawamura today. He's got 17 points, and we're not even close to the halftime break just yet. Another defensive stop for Texas. They've kind of hung within this same 7 to 11 range of points at a deficit. A make here would be a good thing for Texas to try and trim it back to 2 possessions.
Kyle, they need it offensively. They've gotten plenty of stops, and I think that's what's keeping them close right now. But offensively, you got to start knocking down some shots.
Nearly had one there. Rebound secured by Hinton. That's what Jordan Sears wanted to do. Wanted to slow down Memphis. The hustle popped out with another high-paced first quarter. But here in the second, they've done what they wanted to. They wanted to slow it down. 16 points for Memphis to this total. There's Jared Lucas. His three will fall.
That's my guy.
Good to see him back.
Find him on his spot where he's comfortable. The baseline is his home.
He loves the wing extended too. Walker with a takeaway. 3-on-2 the other way for Texas. Jared Lucas says, I don't want some help. Instead, they're going to call a foul. Holden laughing as he heads to the bench.
Hey, but when you get some dap from the coach, even though you got the foul, that's saying you're hustling and you're in the right place.
He's done a good job. He did have some hand there on contact with Hinton, just over the top. I think that one could have gone either way. That foul will put Hinton at the line. 5th foul of the quarter for Texas, after just having 2 in the first quarter. That make there will end a 10-2 Texas run to help close the gap to just 2 possessions. Remember, this is a fast-paced Memphis team. You've seen the pace kind of shift back in favor of Texas. There was a ton of contact there, and Walker spills out of bounds. He's pleading for help.
He's kind of laughing it off, but it's like Lucas Williamson gave him plenty of help going out of bounds.
Williamson's been very aggressive. The 90 points combined where we are at this point, 2 minutes left here in the second, was the same total that was at the end of the first quarter in last night's ball game, or in Saturday night's ball game.
That first quarter was unbelievable. Could not get my thoughts out as a broadcaster. It's just like I say one thing and then next thing you know, it's 2 baskets in between it.
It's Max Fiedler's first bucket at the Comerica Center. Yeah, it was a wild quarter. And even in the moment as a broadcaster, you don't want to overplay the moment. You don't want to overplay what's happening, because it's a long game and things are going to change, and there's going to be ebb and flow to a broadcast and to a game. That was so crazy, the breakneck pace between the two. It's hard to match. It's the highest scoring quarter for the Legends all season, followed by the highest scores allowed by the Legends in a quarter all season, and it was in the same frame.
Great save by Baycott.
And now the coast-to-coast picked off by Alatiche. Final minute of the first half. Walker floats it. Alatiche couldn't control possession. And a breakaway the other direction. Lay-in easy for DJ Stewart. Stewart up to 11 points. 3 hustle players in double figures. Kawamura, Norris, and Stewart. Stick around at halftime. We'll catch up with Thrivent and Paul Quinn College as Walker gets upended by Kawamura. First foul on the guard out of Japan.
It's been a tough night for Tyson Walker. He's taking some tough fouls, trying to find his offense in this game. And he has been stressed on both ends of the courts.
And the 20 minutes that he's played almost the entire first half. He has 1 make and 7 tries from the field. He'll get this free throw here to try and trim it down a bit. Averages 14 points per game. At 10 points, 5 assists last time out, and drills the free throw. Sometimes that's what you need as a shooter. Just a quick reset.
Yeah, we've seen that with Fielder, what you call it, confidence builder. Just seeing the ball go in the hoop.
Kawamura bakes it in, off balance on the 3.
Jeez.
20 points from Kawamura. He equals his entire output from the other night. Puts Memphis back up by 10.
Kawamura is playing like the rent is due, okay, in his first half.
Walker driving, has Fiedler if he wants it, doesn't need it.
Just pure gas from Tyson Walker. Talk about his struggles and the confidence there on that made free throw.
See where they go on this final possession. It's Stewart guarded by Powell. A little off balance, missed it. No chance for Fiedler to let it fly. And it's a single-digit ball game going to the halftime break. The Texas Legends had some output where they needed it from Jared Lucas as he came back in, and they trail by 8 at the break.
Well, you needed his offense, and he is taking that one from long distance. Offensively, 12 is back.
Bring home the toys that make memories and get them smiling. NFM has the holidays' hottest gifts at the best prices of the season. Lego, Fisher-Price, Barbie, Hot Wheels, Hasbro. Find toys for all ages with our incredible in-stock selection all in one store. Right now, get $10 off $50 toy purchases. Shop your way and save time with free shipping on qualifying toy purchases, plus convenient pickup. Make your holidays more magical. Big selection, big savings. Only at NFM.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Hey guys, Clay Cooley here. We know you have options when you're buying your next car, and we want to earn your business. We have the Clay Cooley Family Guarantee, a 3-day return policy. If you don't like it, we'll give your money back, or 7 days to swap it for another one. Every car comes with a 1-year cosmetic warranty. Lose your key fob, it's replaced. Fabric and paintless dent repair, wheel repair, roadside assistance, and much more. And every used car we sell is Motor Trend certified and comes with a 1-year warranty for your peace of mind. Shop me first, shop me last. Either way, come see Clay.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Hey there, Legends Nation. Coach Byron here, and I'm standing in the newly renovated Comerica Center, home of your Texas Legends. But do you think we did all these renovations for our players? No. We did these renovations for your camper to be able to experience camp right here on this professional hardwood court. That's right. Every Saturday game day, we're going to have a youth camp 1 to 4, ages 9 to 14. So come on out here, have some fun with Coach Byron, and oh yeah, when you sign up, you'll get tickets for you and your family to that night's game. Come on out. See you there.
It's halftime here at the Comerica Center as the Texas Legends take on the Memphis Hustle here on this MLK Day celebration and some NBA G League basketball. Kyle Yeoman's back with you at halftime. We get an opportunity to catch up with our community partners of the game. We've got Brianna Kelly from Thrivent, and we've got Maurice West from Paul Quinn College. You two, we've talked before with Thrivent. We've talked before with Paul Quinn. Great to see you again, Mr. West. And first time meeting you, Brianna, I want to hear a little bit about Thrivent. Tell us about what Thrivent is doing in the community.
Yes, definitely. So Thrivent is a holistic financial services company where we look at money as a tool to get to your goals. So whether that be buying a house or setting your family up for success in the future, that's what we're about. We're here to create that impact and have those conversations because we know money is a very personal thing. So we're here to provide that safe space for that. So we're always here to help provide services for the community as well through education, financial education, stuff like that. We absolutely love doing that.
And you guys have done that for quite some time in the Dallas community and have partnered with the Legends to get the word out there throughout the last few years. Why is it important to make that impact within the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and then also have the Legends to amplify that message?
Well, of course, I think together we create that social impact and unity for the community and being able to say, hey, it's okay to talk about finances and it's okay to be a part of your favorite sports team and stuff like that. I think it's an incredible, impactful partnership that we have together.
And same thing to be said about the HBCUs such as Paul Quinn College. How important is it to continue pushing their message out there as well?
I think it's extremely crucial, especially providing unity and, again, social impact. And, I mean, we went to the HBCU Classic not too long ago, and how incredible that was to be a part of that community, be invited in. That was such an amazing experience, and we absolutely love that partnership with Paul Quinn and many, many, many more years to come for that.
Can't wait for that. And that HBCU Classic was the last time you and I had a chance to chat. So much fun. And it's even better when you get to see that partnership continue throughout the season. What's it been like over the last couple of years being involved with the Legends?
Well, you think about now it's more of a family. We have the Thrivent partnership. We have the community. But the Legends have been a stand-up, committed leader in changing the face and the impact that young people can have. We just had a conversation earlier about sports and business and leadership, and we rely on that. We're committed to making life a little bit better for every student and every community partner we have. So the Legends are, again, committed to making that happen. And we're proud of the work we're doing, but we know we have a lot more to do.
A lot more to do. What's next for Paul Quinn College? I know there's always something exciting on the horizon.
Well, we'll tell a few things. We've launched our MBA program. It's thriving very well. Thriving. There you go. But it's also one of those mechanisms where we're looking to do things in the space of food insecurity. We're thinking about environmental justice. We're thinking about expanding the curriculum, getting back to study abroad and allowing kids to do that. So we got a lot of things under the hat.
No doubt about it. Can't wait to see what Paul Quinn is doing, moving forward and growing like they have exponentially over these last few years. I do want to take a look at these jerseys. We've seen them on the first half. If we could hold these up already, hold them up. In my opinion, the best jersey of the season, maybe the best jersey through my entire tenure here with the Legends. Look at the Chrome Dream. Of course, Martin Luther King Day today, celebrating the legacy of MLK and what he has, of course, laid the foundation for. What is that legacy for MLK, and why is it important to celebrate it on a day like today?
Well, I think when you think about the legacy of a Martin Luther King and you think about others that worked in that space, you're always looking for justice to be provided. You're looking for injustice to be eradicated. And you're looking to shape, develop, and grow the next leaders. And that was his goal. It wasn't some racial thing. It was about equality for all. And so that dream is still yet to be fulfilled. I think we're moving slowly and progressively in that way, but I think he worked very hard to level the playing field for all.
He absolutely did, and of course, MLK Day, very special. One last question before we let you go. Thrivent, how can somebody in the community get involved?
Of course. So we have multiple different events that we do monthly at this point. We're right now working on doing a whole web series about retirement and empowering yourself with retirement. So make sure to go to www.thrivent.com and reach out to us with any questions.
There you go. Thank you very much, Maurice, for Brianna being here today and doing what you do in the community. We've got more Texas Legends basketball coming up after the break. The second half is here from Comerica Center.
America has a crisis of leadership, and our country is in turmoil. Democrats are trying to pass trillions in spending, while our debt is already unsustainable. Inflation is skyrocketing. The prices of everyday goods and gas are rising steadily, and the stock market is extremely volatile. A recession looks like it's imminent, and it's urgent that you protect your retirement now with gold and precious metals. Legacy Precious Metals can help you take control of your finances by investing in gold and silver. Sign up online in only 5 minutes. Call us now to speak with one of our gold IRA experts. Build your financial legacy with us. Legacy Precious Metals.
As part of our Hunger Initiative, In Touch Credit Union is so proud to support our North Texas Food Bank.
The North Texas Food Bank is so grateful for partners like In Touch Credit Union.
Hey there, Legends Nation. Coach Byron here, and I'm standing in the newly renovated Comerica Center, home of your Texas Legends. But do you think we did all these renovations for our players? No. We did these renovations for your camper to be able to experience camp right here on this professional hardwood court. That's right. Every Saturday game day, we're going to have a youth camp 1 to 4, ages 9 to 14. So come on out here, have some fun with Coach Byron, and oh yeah, when you sign up, you'll get tickets for you and your family to that night's game. Come on out. See you there.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. Team Baker Brothers really stopped that running toilet in its tracks. No more running toilets.
Now that's what I call a bathroom break.
Okay, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's great deal from Baker Brothers.
Being your own boss lets you work on your terms, but it can be hard to find healthcare coverage that fits. With Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, you can learn how to find the best coverage for your needs and schedule. Open enrollment is here. Now's the time to call 888-731-0321 or visit findaplantx.com. With in-person or virtual doctor visits, as well as $0 annual checkups. We deliver access to the care you need when you need it. You may qualify for financial assistance. and find a plan as low as $10 a month with financial help. Keep moving with health and wellness discounts from Blue 365. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends soon. Enroll now for coverage that's centered around you. Call 888-731-0321 or visit findaplantx.com. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas. Through it all.
Halftime at Comerica Center here in Frisco, Texas. The Memphis Hustle with an 8-point advantage over the Texas Legends. Second time these two organizations have met in the last 3 days. Alongside Heckma Harris, and I'm Kyle Yeomans. Memphis took game one between these two on the homestand, 129-123 in overtime. It was a game that was just a back and forth, high pace, high mentality. And when you got into this game, it looked like it was going to be much of the same. That second quarter tapped the brakes a little bit. That's a breather for Texas.
And I got to give credit to the Legends for what they did defensively. They started to get some stops. They also started to get some defensive rebounds and stop those second chance opportunities. Kawamura came out in this game and was on fire. You called him a magician on that play right there. But, man, it was just the runs right there from Alatishe and the offense off the bench from Jared Lucas. Man, he's had so much of an impact on this game for the Legends.
Yeah, the Texas Legends bench has actually outscored the starters for Texas. You've had some production off the bench from the Memphis Hustle, but it's really been Kawamura leading the way. 20 points off of 6 of 7 shooting. He finished with 7 assists in that first half as well. Let's take a look at some of the first half stats brought to you by Thrivent, our presenting sponsor of today's game, and In Touch Credit Union as well. We've got to look at this. The rebounding in favor of Texas, that's in part because they've missed some wide open looks. Those second chance opportunities have paid off, but if Texas makes those on the initial bucket, I think it's a completely different story.
You're right. They have missed some easy ones, and if you can get a do-over on those, obviously it would make this game different. I think this pace, though, is starting to favor the Legends. Second chance opportunities is where you got to hang your hat right there. That's been your money.
And if you can continue to win on the boards, especially against a team like Memphis that employs a player like Armando Bacot, it will give you some success in the long run. We've got the second half of this one coming up next, including we're going to catch up with Dr. Michael Sorrell when we come back.
When divorce is inevitable, you need an experienced and assertive family law attorney from the law firm of Bailey & Gallion to protect your rights. The emotions that come with a marital breakup can make it difficult to objectively determine what's in your best interest. You want proven family law attorneys to help you make the right decisions about custody, visitation, support, and property distribution. Let Bailey & Gallion, official law firm sponsor of the Texas Rangers, solve your legal puzzle. Call 800-LAW-OFFICE.
Farmers once used the moon to help predict the weather. 17th century farmers would plan for rain depending on whether a crescent moon was tilted up or down.
WFAA Weather Minds, sponsored by TXU Energy.
With TXU Energy, big energy savings are always at your fingertips. With a plan that gives you 100% free electricity all night, or a plan that gives you unlimited free EV charging, even a plan to help you make the most of your solar panels. TXU Energy.
Welcome to Legends Land, right here in Frisco, Texas. The greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time, where prospects of today can turn into stars of tomorrow. And now is your chance to score the best seat in the house. Secure your tickets now. Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. Team Baker Brothers really stopped that running toilet in its tracks. No more running toilets.
Now that's what I call a bathroom break.
Okay, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's great deal from Baker Brothers.
Welcome to Legends Land, the greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time. Texas Legends basketball, your seat to the future.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
Texas Legends basketball, your seat to the future.
Time for the start of the third quarter where the Memphis Hustle lead the Texas Legends 56-48. Our score from the halftime break. It is MLK Day. We're to celebrate the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. and the dream uniforms on display in partnership with Thrivent and Paul Quinn College. Great catching up with Ryan Evans, the athletic director, in the first half. We also caught up at the halftime break with Maurice West of Paul Quinn College. And now we get the president himself, Dr. Michael Sorrell, joining us here on the broadcast. Doctor, thank you so much. We've gotten to talk quite a bit over the last few years, which is such a pleasure on our side. Great having you again. This is a special day, and it feels like that in the building. There's a buzz. There's a lot of smiles here. Tell us what a day like this means to the Paul Quinn community, HBCUs, and, of course, to celebrate the legacy of MLK.
Well, Dr. King is one of our own. As a graduate of Morehouse College, he's an HBCU alum, and he really represents some of the very best of our ideals. He's someone who transcended race, transcended economics, transcended everything else that went on around him, and really was a beacon of hope and inspiration. And so to share his message, all of his messages, really, not just the ones that people, are familiar with or make popular, but all of the work and all of just what he hoped for America is everything. And for us, it's so important for our students to be here and to experience what this community feels like and realize, wait, we're not just down in Southern Dallas. We are in a metroplex, and we're welcome everywhere. And, I tell people all the time, the Legends get game day operations right.
Yes, they do.
This is just fantastic.
It's a crazy environment, and it's only available by people that know what they're doing. Because if the chaos like this happens anywhere else, I don't know if it goes as smoothly as it does day in and day out here with the Texas Legends. You mentioned the impact on students, those that are currently at Paul Quinn. Of course, the alumni could say the same thing. I thought at halftime it was fantastic. You and a couple of other Paul Quinn representatives were joined by a couple of students that shared their favorite MLK Day quotes and MLK quotes along the way. Tell us about that and how special that moment was.
Well, first of all, whenever people come to your students and ask them to do things like that, you have your fingers crossed.
That they want to do it, right?
Well, that they know it. I'm not going to pretend like there wasn't a moment where I was like, please, God, please.
You're like a proud dad right
Right, then they get it right, and you're like, of course I believe.
I knew it the whole time.
But they were fantastic, and I'll tell you what, these MLK uniforms they're putting me under a lot of pressure because we got to try and improve our home uniforms for our team. After looking at these are amazing.
Yeah, they got the purple and the gold there as well. Have you already picked one out that you're going to take home and put in a frame yet?
So we have one for the frame that they've given us. So I'm excited because, it's one of those presidential privilege things, right?
Well, you're a ball guy, too. You're a hooper in your own right. So that's always special.
So it's a lot of temptation not to put them on and just, pretend. Okay.
I love it.
But it's fantastic. We just love the Texas Legends.
Dr. Sorrell, man, every time I see you, I want to tell you how proud I am of you and what you've done in my community, the way that you've uplifted Paul Quinn College, man, and just carried the mantle for so many that have come through. Done a wonderful and phenomenal job at growing that college and just bringing in the advocacy and representation that you've needed to build things up. I thank you.
No, but I appreciate it, man. Listen, it is an honor to do the work that I do. To be given this type of gift, it's just every day I am just appreciative for the opportunity, for the responsibility, and to spend time working with people and leading people you love. Like, you don't always get that chance.
Yeah.
So I just try and honor it every day.
How did this whole connection between the legends, how did it happen? And I mean, it's seemingly growing year in and year out, just getting bigger and bigger.
So before I was at Paul Quinn, I was in the sports business. So I did a lot of work with the Mavericks and Donnie Nelson, and did a lot of things like that. But we had relationships with the legends. The legends were always somebody that we worked with, had respect for. But this iteration is really due to the hard work of Malcolm and Maurice West.
Wow.
Right? Like the relationship that they have, the friendship that they've built, really just has been extraordinary. And, one of the things I always tell my staff is be as creative as you can possibly be, right? Like, just take ownership of things and make them your own and make them special. And what Maurice has carved out with Malcolm is beyond anything that we could have hoped for. And I'm excited for what happens next. I mean, listen, one of the things we dream of is being able to get some of our coach, our alums growing up to come play for the Legends or to work in the Legends organization. That's the next iteration of it for us. It's just to really see that extension would just be fantastic.
Here's the thing that I want to see happen. We've seen this in the past, right, with the HBCU Classic and having the ability to put the Legends and the Spurs on the floor out at Paul Quinn College. It's such a great event. See that continue into the future would be great, but I think there needs to be a second element of it. I think you need to have a game out there like the Legends have previously. I think Paul Quinn's got to come and play here and have that scenario as well. And we do it big, maybe before a Legends game, after a Legends game. Malcolm, if you're listening, I don't even need any credit for the idea. I just think you need to bring them out here and let's have some fun.
I just want to say right now, thank you for committing that we will play a home game here next year. We are excited. It is a doubleheader. The moment has arrived.
There it is. It just promoted it.
Triple header. We're going to have the women play first and the men after that, and then we're going Legends and whoever else.
Listen, we are here. Count us in.
That sounds like a lot of fun. But what is next on the horizon? I mean, I know there's a lot happening, and I asked Maurice about it. He talked about how there are so many different elements that are happening out in Paul Quinn College and how you guys are continuing to make an impact.
Well, we are growing westward. Ooh. So right now we have a partnership with Crowley ISD where we have operational control of 4 middle schools out there.
Wow.
Then we are, and I'm not going to name the school district because it's a secret right now, but we're going to have a Paul Quinn College early college high school at another one of the school districts headed west.
Wow.
We have plans on opening up a campus in Fort Worth. So we really are expanding. Our ultimate vision is to open up campuses all across the country. So those are some of the things that are coming. We have some exciting new things going to happen with our athletics programs as well. So, we anticipate making those announcements coming up in the spring. So one thing that you can always count on at Paul Quinn College is we are just warming up. Whatever you see, we still haven't taken our best stuff off the shelf yet.
And you talked about your staff and them being creative. Who are some of those people that back you, support what you do?
You mean other than my staff?
Yeah, your
Because I drive them bonkers.
Yeah.
Right?
Now you get an opportunity to thank them.
Right. No. I mean, listen, my VP of Athletics, Brian Evans, who you all met at halftime, just an extraordinary man, has done an incredible job with our athletic department. He was at Georgetown College. They won lots of national championships. We were fortunate to be able to lure him away from there. My Chief Administrative Officer, Dr. Kizwanda Grant, who's been with me for 15 years. She is here with her 2 children. You need people that you can trust, right? Dr. Lola Esmu, who's my Chief of Staff. Let me tell you about the years she had. She finished her PhD at University of Pennsylvania, had a baby, right? I mean, enrolled in an incredible class, just doing extraordinary work. We have a new VP of Academic Affairs. Dr. Richard Peters came over from Xavier. Tanya Kilpatrick's our new CFO. Dr. Chris Shropshire, who is one of my special assistants. I mean, we've got a great team of people. Kelsey Thompson's here today as well. She's engaged. I mean, it is everyone from them to, you know, the Weekses to Prince Teal to Nurse Davis to Miss Wilson. I mean, we have a family at Paul Quinn, and
I love it.
It's amazing every day to go to work with people you love. I love it.
No doubt about it. Here's a takedown low for Jamarian Sharp with the harm, able to get it to go. He's had 4 points over the last 2 possessions. The 7'5" center with a chance to try and add to that from the stripe. Free throws have been a bugaboo for the Legends here in this quarter. You're a ball guy. You know you got to hit free throws in order to
hit them,
win some games. They've missed 4 here in the second half alone.
But that one looked good. That one barely tickled the net. Nice looking form.
Now, you got your law degree from Duke, right?
I did. My law degree and public policy degree.
Okay. Did you ever get to go attend some games?
Oh, yeah. You know, so I was a college basketball player at Oberlin College, and I used to go play in the summers in the offseason with the Duke teams. And I was back with Christian Leitner and Grant Hill, Bobby Hurley, and those guys.
And I'm sure you gave them some work every once in a while.
I mean, yeah, key word, every once in a while.
You're not supposed to bail him out, Kyle.
I did bail him out a little
you
bit.
gave him an out, but every once in a while.
Like, listen, let me just tell you about those humbling moments. I'm 6'4", and I was oftentimes, Bobby Hurley and I were the smallest guys on the court, right? So it was a humbling experience.
The Cameron Crazies were right there with you all the way
so
through.
much fun, though.
Had the chance to call some games out there last year, and it's just an incredible environment. Just like here at the Comerica Center, Jared Lucas knocking down a couple threes in a row. We've got a 1-possession game. Dr. Terrell, thank you so much for taking some time.
Thank you. It's always good to see you,
with Paul Quinn.
Always good to see you, fellas.
We'll be back with more Texas Legends basketball. We've got a great one unfolding here in Frisco.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
This game is presented by Sucker Punch Pickles, the trusted pickle choice of top athletes. And your local Kia dealer. Discover Kia's full lineup of stylish, innovative vehicles at kia.com.
Every game this season, one lucky fan gets a chance to complete the Kia Car Giveaway Challenge. Be here, be rowdy. Yeah. And you just might drive home in a brand new car from Central Kia. High above Comerica Center in the rafters. Just a representation of what you could end up buying. That's Jamarian Sharp, parking job up top. Able to step down like a normal 1-2.
That's nothing for him.
He's on his way down. 7'5". Sharp's had a great quarter so far. Here goes Williamson up against Baycott. Challenged by Fiedler again, and he misses the putback. Williamson fights for the extra possession and steals it back for the hustle. Kawamura looking to add to his incredible total. And still, Texas with another defensive stop. That's been the key here in this third quarter.
Tanner Holden working hard and overtime for that rebound. God, somebody's Momo was on the side. So glad that ball missed. God, they kicked it out of bounds.
You're looking out for everyone.
Yeah, because that wasn't good.
Texas with a chance to tie or take the lead. They have not led at any point here in this ball game.
You see them closing out on Lucas now, seeing that he's got the hot hand.
Walker's the one that takes the three. Put back from Holden on the tip-in. How did he get that ball to float in?
Just a flick of the wrist up there from number 24.
All tied up at 68. First time we've been tied since the opening tip-off as Baycott drives in for the two.
Yeah, that's been brewing from Baycott. You see him trying to take advantage inside against Fielder.
Had just 5 points in the first half. He has 7 so far. Holden continues his hot shooting night. Very much so a career night for Tanner Holden. Extra minutes with the players out that Texas are missing. And Holden's, in his 14 minutes, has put together 14 different points.
How about Jared Lucas, man? He woke up this morning with something on his mind. Talked to him on Friday. He was almost, now that I think about it, he's chomping at the bit to get back, and he's proven it.
Kind of felt that way. We had him on the broadcast in the middle of that Friday matchup, and every time you heard him talk, he wants to go in the media. He's great at it, but as we told him, he's got a long career still before doing something like that. And now you can see why. He and Callum Murrah, the only two in the 20-point mark so far. Miles Norris is close behind with 18. They give it to Lucas. Thought about pulling up, somehow kept the foot planted. Fiedler. Back to Lucas. Lucas with a pump fake from the logo. He will pull up from there. Fiedler running out of time. Got it off in time. Back iron, no good. Malachi Smith with the hustle leading by 2. Bullies down low, met with Fiedler. That's just too crafty for Malachi Smith.
And you want for the 6'11" Fiedler to be a little bit more patient on that and get a block. Crafty or not, the big man has got to challenge that shot.
How about Kawamura? The 5'8" guard just tied up the 6'11" Fiedler in the paint for a block. This guy can do everything. Here he is driving on Rivers and draws the foul. I don't know how he was able to secure the block on that last possession. That's unbelievable.
I just want to and taking the ball away, but I'd be upset if I'm 50. He got a foul coming. I'm telling you, Kawamura just taking it away.
That's just brute strength.
Yeah, and want to.
Yeah. Incredible player. He's been fun to watch these last few nights. Timeout on the floor. We've got ourselves a 4-point game. Memphis holding on to that lead at the moment.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
Welcome to Legends Land, right here in Frisco, Texas. The greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time, where prospects of today can turn into stars of tomorrow. And now is your chance to score the best seat in the house. Secure your tickets now. Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule as the Legends hit the road. How about this West Coast swing? 2 games at Stockton, currently the leaders in the Western Conference. That second game will be right here on KFAA Channel 29, a Sunday afternoon matchup with the Kings before they go take on Bronny James and the South Bay Lakers on the road. West Coast tip-off time of 9 o'clock Central. That second game on the final day of January will also be broadcast on KFAA Channel 29 before they conclude the road trip against the Valley Suns on February 4th. All games airing on the Urban Edge Network.
It's a good time to let your West Coast family know that you are on the way.
Plenty of time to catch up, and then they're back home February 7th and February 8th against the Mexico City Capitanes. Another team off to a great start and in playoff position inside the West. Capitanes at 6-2 entering this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And this one off the mark, off the free throw. Rare miss from Memphis at the stripe today. They're 9 of 11 now from the free throw line.
That's all they're doing is keeping the door open. Now you got to knock down some shots. You see who they're going to offensively.
Boom.
Hello, goodbye.
Jared Lucas, 23 points. His three-point barrage continues. He's 7 for 11 downtown. He's hit 7 of the 10 Legends threes.
And when he's playing like that, just give him the ball.
We asked the question early in this one, where is the scoring coming from? And right now, you're getting that answer. It's Jared Lucas. Baycott challenged again by Fiedler. He missed it, but thanks to the extra tip ball, it ends up in his lap. 10 points, now 11 points for Baycott.
But you take that, because Fiedler played some good ball right there. He could continue to hustle, stay aggressive. Only thing about it, just wasn't able to go up and get the rebound.
Walker all the way to the cup.
Come on, Tyson.
Had the 4 points in the first half, 4 here in the third quarter. 1 point ball game. Memphis continuing to press the issue and push the pace. Kawamura up top. Baycott thought about the three. Takes off instead. He'll drive to the rim. Another challenge from Fiedler. Here's the thing, though. Every time Fiedler challenges Baycott, who's there to secure the rebound? Lucas for the lead. He got it! Texas on top for the first time today.
Oh, he brought his bait to the Comerica Center today. Wow, on fire right now.
26 points, 8 threes for Jared Lucas, and a turnover. No, they're going to say that stays with Memphis. Marion Sharp will check out for Fiedler. He was tipped out by Walker. Jared Lucas on another level right now.
I think T.C. Swirsky was tired of that lineup. He's bringing in enforcements.
Lucas has some making up to do after missing the last 4 games. Career high is 32. At this pace, he'll catch up to that by the end of the quarter. This one's short. Bounds around. Lucas with the rebound. Long pass ahead to Phil Wheeler. Snipe shot on the low block. Hit that one hard off the glass.
Yes, he did. He went with some oomph and some power inside. Love to see Phil playing like that, not settling for jump shots, going back to his game, being aggressive.
This one back to Thompson. DJ Stewart with 1 second on the shot clock will be bailed out with the foul underneath against Tanner Holden.
Oof.
That's just an unfortunate foul for Holden. Here's a look at it.
That's tough because Tanner, look at him, man. Wow.
There's a lot of contact early. It was a late whistle. Right there's no foul. But right before that was where all the contact happened. Second foul for Holden. 5th foul for the team here in the quarter, putting Memphis back at the free throw line. Missed it again. Both teams have had some missed free throws. Texas leading the points in the paint category by 10, 38-28. They find Lucas again. Where's the heat check? He'll step back. That's a long 2.
Hey, you got it.
Easy money.
There it is right there. You asked for it, you got it.
Somebody slow down Jared Lucas.
No, leave him right where he is. Somebody's working on a sucker punch pickle shot.
That's exactly right. Our sucker punch pickle player of the game right now. Long way to go in this one. Final few moments of the third. Alatiche at the free throw line, lofts it up for Jamarian Sharp on the alley-oop. Texas continues their red-hot third.
How about that read and feed by Alatiche, setting things up for Jamarian Sharp on the alley-oop.
Memphis, the team that wants to get up and run nearly more than any other G League team. Second in pace, slowing it down for the final possession of the third. Missed it, and Texas takes an 8-point lead into the fourth quarter. They outscored Memphis by 16 in the third.
This is a game that they had not had a lead, and then finally going into the fourth, man, they're exacting dominance. You're looking for offense, and Jared Lucas raised his hand.
Tis the season when money is tight, but you could get up to $10,000 using your car title.
I got $2,800 with my car title from Title Max.
Skip the holiday bustle, get money in as little as 30 minutes.
I got $8,700 with my car title from Title Max.
And best of all, keep driving your vehicle while getting the cash you need. All makes and models welcome. Visit TitleMax.com today to get started, and you'll say, I got my title back with Title Max.
Get your title back with Title Max.
Being your own boss lets you work on your terms. With Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, you can find the best coverage for your needs and schedule. Open enrollment is here. Call 800-488-0200 or visit signupnowtx.com. Get in-person or virtual doctor visits, plus $0 annual checkups. You may find a plan as low as $10 a month with financial help. Enroll now for coverage centered around you. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas. Through it all.
Hey there, Legends Nation. Coach Byron here, and I'm standing in the newly renovated Comerica Center, home of your Texas Legends. But do you think we did all these renovations for our players? No. We did these renovations for your camper to be able to experience camp right here on this professional hardwood court. That's right. Every Saturday game day, we're going to have a youth camp 1 to 4, ages 9 to 14. So come on out here, have some fun with Coach Byron, and oh yeah, when you sign up, you'll get tickets for you and your family to that night's game. Come on out. See you there.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Take a look at the polar plunge inside the Southern Star Fun Zone. I think Memphis took a dip in the polar plunge at the end of that third quarter. They were ice cold from the field. They missed every shot, did not score in the last 3 minutes of gameplay. Outscored by the Legends 14-2 to bring the quarter to an end. Texas outscores Memphis by 16 in the third, and they take an 8-point lead into the final frame. Alongside Heckma Harrison, I'm Kyle Yeomans. Glad you're with us. With the first 7 quarters between these two this weekend serves as any prelude, we'll know this one is going to come down to the very wire. And it starts with a defensive stop by the Texas Legends. Memphis took game 1 between the two by 6 in overtime, 129-123 on Saturday night. They led by 8 at the halftime break, and Texas did everything and more in that third.
Yeah, they did, and I think when you get a scorer like Jared Lucas back on the floor, and then offensively, you start to get some spacing, get some offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities, man. It sure does turn things around for you quickly.
They left Walker wide open from beyond the arc, just not his day.
Well, almost daring him to take that shot.
Sure, he can hit it, but he's 0 for 5 from three-point land at the moment. Now he forces a steal. Walker gets the friendly roll. Had the trail behind Stewart, who did everything he could by himself.
But you know Tyson Walker, he has that dog mentality. He's not going to give up, as you see right there defensively.
This is Texas' first double-digit lead of the entire weekend. A 3-game homestand, and they're up by 10. Up against the hustle. Grace Thompson gives it right back to the Legends.
We saw this lineup a little bit last night with Alatishe and Sharp in the game together. Different wrinkle for Coach Sears, usually bringing Alatishe off the bench.
Alatishe had a double-double, 13 points, 11 rebounds, was close to a career high. Here he goes here. He's got 12 points already, but he gives it up. Kawamura with the steal. Numbers from Memphis. The hustle off the pump fake from Stewart. Slow it down. Stewart back to Norris. He has 18 points, and he misses the three badly.
That's great discipline there, though, by the Legends. Not taking the bait from Kawamura on the drive, knowing that he's going to kick that ball out to try and find a shooter.
That was something Texas really struggled with in the first half of this one, and going back to the Saturday night matchup where Kawamura had 20. Holden, cross court, over the top for Alatishe. He kept it in play, running out of time, and it's a shot clock violation. Just didn't have enough time to get into the move.
Yeah, ran out of time basically on the bobble before he could set up his shot.
76-point mark has been just a halt for Memphis.
What are they doing?
It's been about 5 minutes since they last scored.
Hey, who is this team?
It's hard to explain. Can Hinton stop the run? Yes, he can. Nathaniel Hinton with his first make from the field.
There's no bigger shot than that for the hustle. They are just on a desert.
It comes from an unlikely source. Texas trying to find Jared Lucas again. Instead, they've got Tanner Holden. Holden, a recent signee just before the new year. Former Wright State product. Has been electric in this one, a career high. And he continues his hot shooting as Hinton misses everything.
Now, what I've enjoyed more about Tanner Holden's game is the way that he plays defense. Now he's coming out, he's showing you some of his offense as well.
He's always been a great defender. Part of the efficient rating that the Texas Legends have on defense is because of Holden. Has a great feed here to Sharp to draw the foul.
I need the 7-5 Sharp to finish that.
Looked like he was maybe a bit off balance on the drive.
Looks like he hit his head on the backboard.
Wouldn't be the first time, I don't think. Second foul on Race Thompson. And Sharp converts at the free throw line. He has 11 points on the game. Becomes the 5th player for the Legends to hit double figures. Kawamura looking to take over. Holden with the block on the baseline.
That is Tanner Holden just getting tired of Kawamura.
His confidence level has skyrocketed during his time with Texas. Off the bounce, Williamson in the corner, left alone, and he makes him pay. Couple of threes for the hustle. You know they're not done just yet, and that's why Kawamura just strips it from Powell and lays it in.
Just Justin Powell just being lazy with his dribble around a guy that just specializes in getting steals.
Alatishe up top. Jake Powell looking to make up for it, and he does.
Nothing says I'm sorry like a made three.
Will you ever forgive me?
Yeah, please.
Yes, we will, Jake. Justin.
We won't mention it again.
Yes. This one tipped away by Holden. Another steal for the Legends defense. He goes behind the back. Has to find a cutter in Sharp, who draws another foul from Thompson.
There's so many options right there by Tanner Holden. He could have tried to catch Lucas on the baseline for a three. I believe he made the right decision.
Definitely made the right decision. Like you said, Lucas was in that corner, but already covered. So why not find the trailer at that point?
Yeah, finding your guy inside, and got to reward the big man. He's doing a good job of running the floor here tonight.
Not always easy for the 7'5", 240-pound Jamarian Sharp. Fan favorite here in Frisco. He's converted at the line, too.
Yeah, he's hitting them. You love it, drawing the contact and going to the charity stripe and hitting them.
He's hit all 3 from the stripe, and he times his career best with 13. Kawamura guarded by Holden, step back, high arcing three, far too strong. Wheeler secures the carom.
You see Jordan Sears, what he's slow it down. Got a lead, let's nurse it a little bit.
Yeah, they have the advantage in that regard now, right? They can slow it down. You don't have to match the pace from Memphis, especially if they're going to keep fouling inside. Texas can bleed a little bit of this clock and hold on to that double-digit lead. But you do have to toe that balance and not give up, not let your foot off the gas, because Memphis can catch up in a hurry.
And how about Philip Wheeler, the game that he's had 8 points, 4 rebounds here tonight, made some contributions and also been pretty solid for you defensively.
Talked about the national prowess of Kawamura in Japan. You could say the same for Phil Wheeler and what he did with Puerto Rico during the America Cup qualifiers. Just an impressive all-around athlete, still just 22 years old. Hinton with another three, hit one early, missed one early, and here's another.
No second chance opportunities here for the Hustle. I'm loving it.
Lucas guarded heavily on the perimeter. Back to Wheeler. He'll try and split a few defenders. Spinner left them all alone, but he misses from point-blank range. Pass ahead for Kawamura, and a foul against Lucas.
I mean, in the contact right there by Kawamura, you see Jordan Sears, he's animated because he's expecting for you to get a push-off foul.
Let's take a look at it here.
To the right elbow.
It's pretty clean. He did hit it with some force right here, this initial boom.
Yeah, initiated by Kawamura, but hey, first team foul for the Legends.
It's been quiet here in the second half. Remember, he had 20 points in the first half. Double-double already, 22 points, 10 rebounds. Make it 24 points. 3 away from a career high for Kawamura. And his 10th game with the Memphis Hustle. Get the switch. Wheeler to Lucas. Guarded by Malachi Smith. We've seen this before. Lucas has gotten the better of him before, lost him again, but he misses off the front iron.
If that shot would have gone in, you would talk about the screams that would have come from this crowd.
Miles Norris takes advantage on the fast break. Memphis can strike quickly. Halfway through the fourth quarter here in Frisco, we've got ourselves a single-digit game.
Lease the new 2025 K4 LXS for $209 a month.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Just trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
It's the Baker Brothers replay. Team Baker Brothers really stopped that running toilet in its tracks. No more running toilets.
Now that's what I call a bathroom break.
Okay, Jimmy.
Call now to get this month's great deal from Baker Brothers.
If you want to support the Texas Legends in a whole new way, get your gear online today. Scan the QR code now to shop from the Legends Locker. There are some incredible looks from the Legends Locker. I got me a hoodie last time I was in there, a couple of hats.
The new era hats
they
are
have the brand new hats, and they are next level. Got some jerseys in there, even some game-worn jerseys too, and some framed jerseys from past legends like Omax Prosper and Jaden Hardy. A couple of those available online. Scan the QR code right now. course, these jerseys will be available for online bidding very soon. Every home game for the Texas Legends is a brand new jersey. And they've done that for years here in Frisco. Never wear the same one twice, and when they're done with it, they're all available for auction. And these are some of the best ones I've ever seen. I said it at halftime during the interview. These are my favorite jerseys that I've ever seen for the Texas Legends. Just an incredible look.
And just having to do that each and every home game.
It's going to get fun at some point.
It does.
Kick to Fiedler. He's fouled.
That's a good find, though, by Tyson Walker.
Another added element to that, I asked one of the staff members for the Legends today. They said these are the toughest jerseys to get back from the team. The team wants to take them home every year. They want them to keep along with it. Just like Walker working with Fiedler.
So are you saying that the jerseys form legs and walk off?
Absolutely. I think I would try and stuff it in my backpack on the way out, too. Fiedler misses the free throw. Another missed free throw for Texas. That's their 5th in 11 tries. Leaving the door open for Memphis. They did so on Saturday night. Texas had the advantage late in the 4th. Yet Memphis was the one that came out on top, forced overtime. A different feel in this game than it was in that game, though, because Memphis was up by 12, had that entire lead erased. Texas went up late, and then that lead was erased to go to OT, and then Memphis took over from there. Texas doesn't want a repeat of that.
No, and it never felt like in that game on Saturday that the Hustle were out of control of that game until the 4th on those last 2 Brandon Williams free throws.
Now they're stopped defensively. The defensive prowess has been on display for Texas tonight. Walker, kick out. Tanner Holden loses Stewart. Tried to find Fiedler. Right idea, wrong execution.
Tell you what, when Fiedler gets to the tape on this game, he's going to look at all the opportunities that he's had. And when he calms his nerves, I think this guy is going to be quite a player, man. They are able to find him inside, and his ability to facilitate also that we talked about earlier.
Great player from the Rice Owls program. Now he's played some great defense tonight. This time Stewart doesn't even want to challenge inside. Pulls up from the free throw line. 5:20 and counting. Texas has seen their once 13-point lead shrink to 7.
Yeah, the once cold Hustle offense is starting to heat up again.
Not a great time for Texas. Lucas, he's going to pull up at the end of the shot clock. Back iron, and even that one was close. Rebound from Fiedler, resets the shot clock. Lucas lost it, dribbles down low to Fiedler. He goes back up, thought it was a foul. It'll stay with Texas, but only 1 on the shot clock, but we don't know if that's 0.1 or 0.9 left on the shot clock.
Man, what a struggle that was as the shot clock was winding down. Just could not create. It's Jared Lucas.
They're going to try and get it to Lucas here. Really no secret. You got to catch and shoot quickly. That's the guy. Up, not enough time. They're going to learn from that opportunity. Jared Lucas getting a talking to by Coach Jordan Sears.
Water off the Ducks' back. They are concentrating on defense. This is what's gotten them into this game in this hefty lead.
And they continue to slow down Memphis. Baycott back to Stewart. They get the switch they wanted. Sharp's up at the high post. How about Walker in the way of the passing lane? He'll take it inside. Has it rejected by DJ Stewart. Ball still with the Legends and Tanner Holden, and he can't finish on the lay-in. Kawamura fast break to the cutter in Hinton, and just like that, Memphis is back down by 5. Chaos.
Well, hey, not only chaos and getting chippy. I think Tyson Walker is asking, man, what do I have to do to get a foul called? Taking contact right there to the face.
This has been a wild game and a wild series. Here's the Walker attempt.
Yeah.
I don't know where the whistle is there. He took a shot to the face.
You can see the frustration is starting to bubble with Tyson. He's taken quite a few shots like that on drives.
Timeout prior to the free throw for Jared Lucas. He showed a little frustration too, shoving Lucas Williamson. Don't go anywhere. The explosive conclusion of this one is next.
Bring home the toys that make memories and get them smiling. NFM has the holidays' hottest gifts at the best prices of the season. Lego, Fisher-Price, Barbie, Hot Wheels, Hasbro. Find toys for all ages with our incredible in-stock selection all in one store. Right now, get $10 off $50 toy purchases. Shop your way and save time with free shipping on qualifying toy purchases, plus convenient pickup. Make your holidays more magical. Big selection, big savings. Only at NFM.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus 1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
It's been a fun one here from the Comerica Center, and it's time to take a look at our Kia drive of the game. We've seen some great alley-oops today, including this one from Alatiche to Sharp.
Yeah, good read by the big man to the big man. They've been rewarding Jamarian Sharp for running the court, but that was a great feed by number 55.
Sharp ties his career high with 13 points. Alatiche just 4 points away from his career best. He's got 12. 6 Texas legends in double figures. Sharp and Alatiche, as I just mentioned. Wheeler, Walker, Holden, and then leading the way for Texas in 28 minutes. It's the 28 points from that man, Jared Lucas, who steps up to the free throw line looking for his second 30-point game of his G League career in his rookie season. Had 32 points earlier in the campaign. And he does rattle in a free throw. That's a big one for Texas. Kind of settles the ship for a little bit. Memphis has been challenging mostly from a physical standpoint.
Yeah, that's what they've had to ratchet up, is the physicality. Just making these guys uncomfortable and also trying to get Jared Lucas off of his spot. As that frustration is starting to bubble over.
See how that affects things down the stretch. DJ Stewart, you mentioned how impressed you were with him in that first matchup. He has 18 tonight, just 1 point away from what he did on Saturday.
Yeah, he's just a smooth ball player. Got handles in inside and outside game.
Recent signee for Memphis. Walker, hesitation all the way inside, high off the glass, missed it. There's Jamarian Sharp with a career best. That always helps to have 7'5" down.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to work, especially when you got a 5'8" guy on his back.
Stewart loses the defender, an easy floater to answer. Yeah. 20 points for the former Duke Blue Devil. Under 3 minutes to play in this one. Don't go anywhere. You know this one's far from over.
Yeah. I'm not going to call it, though. I'm not going to say what I said on Saturday.
That's a good idea.
Thank you.
Walker out to Lucas. Catch, shoot for a career high. Not on this occasion. That's a rare miss from Lucas. Now 8 for 12 from beyond the arc. In the paint, Kawamura, shovel pass. And the baseline jumper, no good from Hinton.
I think you'll take that dysfunction that you're starting to cause amongst the Husk, because the ball placement all over the place.
Really has been a fun matchup all weekend long. This defense from Texas has been challenged. Tanner Holden did what he could. Impressive to even get a hand on that basketball. It looked like it was sailing to the fourth row.
May have had to borrow a few inches right there from Jamarian Sharp. He climbed the ladder to get that one.
CC Swirsky, head coach of the Memphis Hustle in the first year, directing traffic as Memphis can cut it to a single possession with a make here.
And this is where you miss a guy like G.G. Jackson.
Kawamura outside. Armando Baycott lines up the three. Missed it, but Stewart secures the offensive rebound and keeps possession alive by bounding this one off of Holden.
Well, they're lucky to get that possession back.
Offensive rebounds have been very much so in favor of Texas up until these last few minutes. Williamson guarded by Holden. He'll step back for the three. Missed it, and Sharp ends the possession. Now Texas wants to run. Jared Lucas left alone in the transition three. 33 points for Jared Lucas.
What an exhibition of shooting for a guy that could not wait to get back into the fold.
Hard tumble there from Stewart. The foul was underneath before the Sharp block. 97 seconds following the free throw. That's Lucas's bread and butter. Anytime you can catch him on that sideways three like that, him falling away, he makes that in his sleep.
Kind of shooting like Ken Jones in front of his garage over the tree that he was trying to explain to us.
Absolutely. A little obstacle goes a long way. Under 2 minutes, these are 2 free throws. Keep that in mind. G League rules. 1 free throw per foul up until the final 2 minutes of regulation and overtime. Stewart with his 4th G League team has 22 points. Spent time with the Stockton Kings, Maine Celtics, and Windy City Bulls this year.
Yeah, he is providing some value, especially offensively. He finds a way and is animated when attracting those fouls.
Great pass from Holden to find Alatiche. 14 points on the backdoor cut. Kawamura back to Norris. Norris is fouled. He'll get 3 free throws. See if his foot was on the line or not. We'll get an indication. 3 free throws. That is the case. Norris, one of 3 Memphis Hustle players with at least 20 points. Kawamura, Stewart, and Norris all had 20.
Yeah, we talked about him Saturday night, having a quiet 16. Is there a way to double that effort with having a quiet 20?
And we are under review for the foul. Jordan Sears with his second half coach's challenge. He was successful in the first half. Not enough.
I mean, come on, that's we call that a graze?
If that. Didn't take very long.
Well, they came away from it pretty quickly.
2 quick reviews. Give credit to these officials. When they go to the monitor, that doesn't take very long. We had some lengthy reviews this past weekend.
It's an understatement, but they got it right.
Doesn't look like the reaction from the Texas bench is very happy with this. As Coach Canales spent some time with the Blazers, Mavs, Knicks, and Pacers as an assistant. He was actually named the first Mexican-American NBA head coach, and he's an assistant here with Texas. They confirmed the call for Alatiche. He is tabbed with the foul, and it will be 3 free throws for Miles Norris.
And my feeling is, offensively, to close this game out, man, you just got to take the cap off of the offense.
Yeah.
Allow these guys to continue to run. The hustle, you know what they want to do. They want to get out and run. They're not going to stop their game. They're going to continue to run with this last minute and 16 left. They're going to try and knock down some threes.
You get a shot at the line in that regard, right?
Absolutely.
Norris has hit 70% of his free throws this season. If he hits all 3 of these here, you can see the conversation with he and Lucas.
Playing mind games right now.
Absolutely. Who, Lucas or Norris?
No, Lucas.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I'm talking with him. He is a smart hooper.
I don't think it worked.
No, not so far.
I don't think it worked.
21 points for Norris, 24-year-old out of UC Santa Barbara. Second team All Big West in 2023 and started his G League career with the College Park Skyhawks. Was a teammate with former legend A.J. Lawson with the Skyhawks. This one to cut it to 5. It's already at 2 possessions. And Norris hits all 3. Memphis needs a stop to really give themselves a chance. A little backcourt pressure. Holden gets it to Walker. Now back to Holden to break it. Texas will take this entire shot clock. Walker and a foul off the ball. That's not a smart foul from Memphis. They had a shot there. Texas was all the way at the half-court logo to start that possession offensively, and now they reset.
Unfortunate that the foul comes on the screen.
Now Letitia to the line. He's hit 50% of his free throws this year. 24-year-old out of Oregon State. 0 for 1. Has 14 points. His career best is 16. He's got 7 rebounds and a couple assists to go along with it today. He was the most outstanding player in the 2021 Pac-12 tournament, and he missed them both. So maybe not the worst foul Memphis has ever committed. Stewart fouled in his own right. Now, we talked about the similarities and the differences from Saturday's game. What allowed Memphis in the final 90 seconds to get back in the game?
Those free throws. 2
missed free throws from Brandon Williams. And now, 2 days later, we see 2 more missed free throws from Alatiche, and then a frustration foul on the opposite end. Memphis with 2 of their own here can push this to a 1-possession game.
I just want to say on that Brandon Williams miss, though, that inadvertent whistle, that
the second one,
that was huge.
We never really got a chance to talk about that one. Give credit where credit is due, though. Memphis executed down the stretch. They have 2 timeouts remaining here if they want to use one to get back defensively. We'll see if Jordan Sears wants to use one, maybe save the one that Texas has left for the final moments.
Going with a smaller lineup. Taking Jamarian Sharp out and substituting Justin Powell.
Stewart, who had a couple misses from the free throw line earlier, hits them both. Up to 24 points, and it's a 3-point Texas lead. Powell running ahead of the pack. Turns back to Walker again. Texas wants the bleed clock here.
Here's a trap.
Holden back outside. Powell left all alone. Justin Powell with his 3rd triple of the day puts Texas back up by 6.
Hey, Powell talking about being back outside. Justin Powell's got to feel good to be back outside and knocking down a 3. How clutch was that? You finding him right where he needed it. Didn't have to think about that.
The vision from Holden, the drive, the kick, the finish. Justin Powell in his first homestand with the Texas Legends doubles the lead and erases a lot of the work that Memphis has been doing over these last couple minutes.
Yeah, they've been working hard defensively, physically. They've been, obviously, with the traps, attracting fouls. The missed free throws were big. It almost gave them a slither of hope. But this game isn't away. 37 seconds, six points. They can make up the difference easily.
Expect a 3 quickly, if not for an open look from beyond the arc, and maybe a quick drive and an early 2, then the foul game begins. That's what that 3 from Powell does, though, is no matter what happens, make or miss here, Memphis will have to foul pretty quickly. If Powell does not hit that from downtown, Memphis has a chance to play it all the way through down to the final whistle. Baycott It's Williamson rolling around. Has it rejected by Phil Wheeler. He gets it back immediately, and then a foul called.
And Phil Wheeler with the bunk off the head of Williamson.
Sent it right back to Williamson.
That's the block. Look at this. Phil closing out defensively, man. Excellent job.
And just a quick reach-in foul. They call it against Wheeler. Excuse me, they get it on Holden. It's his fourth foul. 2 free throws again for Lucas Williamson. That's really a bailout as he misses the first.
What a miss, Lucas Williamson.
He's had a rough day as well. 1 for 8 from the field. Just 5 points. That was after he had only 4 points. Got in some early foul trouble against the Legends on Saturday night.
Yeah, last night it was all about the foul trouble that he got into, and it just limited his whole game. That frustration still brewing over today here in Frisco.
So Texas will advance off the timeout. Here's a thing to look forward to. If you advance the basketball, the shot clock goes down to just 14 seconds. So Texas would rather go down and at least get a shot attempt off, or at least get close out of the half court. As Williamson poked it away. Lucas fighting for the loose basketball. They get it tied up as a timeout called. Yes, it is. It's granted to Texas, but Lucas is hurt after the play.
Man.
Timeout, Texas.
It's like he's cradling that.
That's the shooting arm and maybe the shoulder, maybe the left shoulder or right arm. It's tough to tell. He did everything and more to try and get on that basketball and call a timeout. They granted it. Took a hit from Hinton at the end, too.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wrist here. You see him go down and skid on the floor. Maybe that's what it was. But he reaches immediately.
He's still in some pain, even in the Texas huddle right now. They're looking at his right forearm. And they're going to take him out of the huddle for now. Oh, that one hurts. He was, of course, chomping at the bit to get back in the fold. He has had an incredible game. 33 points, a new career high. He's hit 9 threes tonight. And Texas, for the final 23 seconds, will be without their leading scorer, at least at the moment. That's what it appears to be the case. So same situation. Off of the timeout, they'll inbound from the front court.
9 seconds on the shot clock.
9 seconds to shoot. But remember, that shot clock, when you advanced it off of the timeout, takes 10 seconds off of it. You don't even get the opportunity to work down the floor. Walker gets away, and Williamson there for the foul. That's number 5 on Williamson.
Yeah, you knew that foul would come immediately from Williamson. Now it's all about knocking down two free throws.
Remember, both teams have had plenty of opportunities at the line. Texas just 50%. That's a big one from Walker. 11 points for Tyson Walker, and what has not been an easy day for the former Michigan State Spartan. Has had 8 assists, though, and led the team from a ball handling standpoint. It's 2 big free throws here. Timeout hustle.
I think what you are impressed with Tyson Walker is the fact that even though he's been frustrated, he stayed consistent on defense, and he's, as you've needed a ball handler, he's been that for you as well.
Hasn't been a perfect night, like you said, but he's done what he can. And part of being a good pro and a good teammate is knowing when you just don't have it from a shooting stroke. When you have it instead from an assist standpoint and a ball distribution standpoint. Having the awareness there allows you to be a good teammate, and that's what you've seen from Walker so far today.
Man, I want to see if Jared Lucas could make his way back on the floor. How badly do they need him?
And you see him there still looking at that right wrist. He was checked up by the team doctors. And
yeah, looks like it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be available here for the remainder of this one.
Legends fans, how about we all get up on our feet and join your legends? Jeez, man.
Hustle advanced it off the timeout. That was their final full timeout of the game. At least of regulation, that is. They need some perfect execution down the stretch. Alatishe forces the pass up high. Baycott with it. Kawamura looking for a screen and an outlet. Stewart, he's going to have to put up a three. A lot of time ticked off the clock. Rebound for Holden. Texas pushes ahead. Walker there, and Baycott will foul to extend it with 5 seconds left. Texas is going to secure an MLK Day win at home.
Gutsy performance tonight by the Legends. Me and you off camera talking about where this offense is going to come from, especially with the guys that moved up. It was a collective effort by everyone, but especially number 12.
No Jay-Z Gortman, no Kessler Edwards, no Brandon Williams, and yet Texas, without their really the 3 highest scoring players throughout much of the season, have put up more points than their season average. They average 95 a game. They're going to put up 113 in a win over the Memphis Hustle. They converted late where they needed to. They've made incredible defensive stops. That's where it starts for me, is on the defensive end of the floor.
I have to agree with you. That's the one thing I've been more impressed with in this second half. When they needed to get stops, they held them. Went on their own runs.
Last shot from Baycott, rebound to Alatishe, and that's going to do it. Texas concludes the 3-game homestand with 2 wins. This time it's 113-104, the final over the Hustle. Texas ends a 4-game losing streak against Memphis and keeps their hopes alive going into a 5-game road trip.
Well, you talked about this split and them needing to pull out 3. I think you'll take these 2 victories.
Absolutely the case. We'll have our Sucker Punch Pickle player of the game joining us momentarily. Post-game coming up next. Texas wins it by 9.
Welcome to Legends Land, right here in Frisco, Texas. The greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time, where prospects of today can turn into stars of tomorrow. And now is your chance to score the best seat in the house. Secure your tickets now. Texas Legends Basketball, your seat to the future.
Lease a new 2025 K4 LXS for $209 a month.
Welcome to Legends Land, right here in Frisco, Texas. The greatest show on logo painted wood, where kids can be kids, where adults can unwind, where families can spend some good old-fashioned quality time, where prospects of today can turn into stars of tomorrow. And now is your chance to score the best seat in the house. Secure your tickets now. Texas Legends Basketball,